As heat is going down, we also get a chance to see some of the state-of-the-art equipment that has been purchased and put to use. And I had the privilege of seeing some of it earlier on this morning, and I can tell you for sure that this is something that rivals what you see in the heart of Lagos, what you see in Abuja, what you see in New York, in London, wherever in the world. Wherever they have it, we have it here in Ikorodu as well. Indeed, this is a day to celebrate a new chapter in Ikorodu, and of course, Lagos East as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure to welcome and recognize the presence of Mr. Governor himself, not one time but two-time the governor. Please make some noise for Mr. Governor of the Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Please remain standing for the national anthem as we commence this event in earnest. Please, we will pray your indulgence. Mr. Governor has always shown his zeal and support for anything that has to do with innovation, technology, the youth, and we are extremely happy that he took time to be here this afternoon. Please remain silent as we take the national anthem, ladies and gentlemen. And the soundtrack you just heard is very much available online, I think. Please all stand for the national anthem. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please be seated. Gentlemen of the press, I do understand the restriction with space, but we do crave your indulgence to make room for the guests. And please try to use the Zoom function on your cameras as much as possible to avoid interfering with the program. We appreciate you. Mr. Governor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, we'd like to welcome each and every one of us. I know I did mention this earlier on, but for the sake of formality, I'll just quickly acknowledge the presence of all the senators present, the Federal Republic, and of course the Lagos House of Assembly members, our commissioners, the local government chairman, and we do have the Governance Advisory Council in our midst, that's the GAC. We also want to acknowledge the presence of the captains of industry, the CEOs, those who are partners on this project, and of course not forgetting our APC faithfuls in the house as well. We see you and we acknowledge. We also do acknowledge the presence of our royal fathers in the house. And we thank you for your presence, and most importantly, we appreciate your prayers, which are of immense value to us all. We want to formally welcome each and every one of us, and today is a very special day. Please look at the person to your right or to your left and say, this is the day of twos. On the count of three, say, this is the day of twos. And the reason is very simple. We have a senator who is a two-time senator. We have a governor who is a two-time governor, and we are all looking at a building, a plot that belonged to a two-time senator as well, this time in the Second Republic, and also doubles as the father of Senator Abiru, and it is indeed a very special event today. On that note, we will be celebrating, we will be viewing, but the most important thing is to recognize why we are here, and that is to celebrate innovation. We are in the world of artificial intelligence, technology. The youth are growing very, very fast, and they are learning very, very fast as well. And when the atmosphere and the environment is not conducive, then we lost a couple, but not in Ikorodu, not today, courtesy SAIL Innovation Lab. Also want to take the time to appreciate the party as well. Now, the journey started and we are here, but what is the story behind this particular journey? How did we get here? What was the initiative? And what do we stand to gain from this initiative? Without taking too much of your time, Abiru. I'm sure we can do much better than that, ladies and gentlemen.
Great significance due to both the esteem of almost 3 decades. When I started out, things were completely different. The world wasn't this digital. Back in the day, I had this huge bag where I had all my tools, invoices, and big catalogs. They used to call me Motoni Shop in those days. Today, I no longer need the big bag. Instead, I have the slick device. It has everything I need to run my business daily. Thanks to technology and innovation. The SAIL Innovation Lab, more of which you will get to learn about from subsequent remarks, is a project conceived by my husband, distinguished Senator Mikhail Adetokunbo Abiru, and I. Since 2021, the SAIL Innovation Lab has been an incubation hub for technology and innovation, which we all know has changed the world today. Today, we are not only witnessing the birth of a legacy, this is the fulfillment of a promise to make a difference as a representative of the people. Having known Senator Abiru for over 30 years, I can categorically say to you that this is not just another project, but a passion, because he believes in the youth and the power of the right education. More importantly, Senator Abiru believes that excellence, hard work, and the right experiences can deliver a great future for anyone who chooses to take the lessons. I am a beneficiary of his wisdom and commitment. I would like to share another personal experience. At some point in my entrepreneurial journey, in 2004 to be precise, I faced a significant challenge in my business. Seeking guidance and support, my husband recommended I enroll in a business school. Taking his advice, I embarked on a transformative educational journey that completely revolutionized the way I approached my business. This experience reinforced my belief in the fundamental role that education and innovation can play in turning things around for good or for better. Today, my business is standing strong. Going through the Innovation Lab, I am confident that you too will understand my optimism. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to share that together with our partners, we have recorded many sterling achievements, many of which will be discussed in a moment. I am convinced that your experience at the SAIL Innovation Lab will be most engaging and enlightening. Please make sure to enjoy every second of your time at the commissioning ceremony. I can assure you that plans have been made to ensure you have a remarkable experience. Before I conclude, let me let you in on a secret. This is one of its kind in this district, and so you can revel in the fact that we are all making history together. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to hearing the success stories that will emanate from this hub. To our people, to our young people here, I want you to know that the world is yours. Take it. Once again, on behalf of every member of the SAIL team, I welcome you to the official commissioning of the SAIL Innovation Lab. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Once again, a round of applause, please. I'm sure we can do much better than that. I'm sure if the senator should share some of his stories. You know, it's the wives that always stay with the husbands at night when things are not really going your way and you need that extra word of encouragement or you need that pep in your step. So please let us appreciate our mother in the house as well. On that note, we did mention about partners, and as you can see, SAIL Innovation Lab is in conjunction with Co-Creation Hub. And the reason is very simple. The gentleman that I'm about to bring on stage is a man who is vast in that area. He's known as one of the top 100 most influential men in Africa. He was responsible for bringing the founder of Facebook to Nigeria. He has won many laurels, many awards, but most importantly is his pursuit for excellence, and it is a great pleasure and privilege to have him collaborate on this project. Ladies and gentlemen, please do make welcome on stage the one and only. He's a very shy man, so please encourage him with a round of applause. Dr. Bosun Tijani of, I know you're shy.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to request that you allow me to stamp on the existing protocol. Because I think it's a special day, and I'll say why it's a special day. The governor is here, but the governor is not aware that the first time we met was when Governor Fashola was actually the governor of the state. And we worked together on a project that installed fiber optic cable in the whole of Yaba. You were the one who approved it. The other person that was part of government that was part of that project was actually, is now your deputy governor. So both of you back then, this was about 14 years ago, gave us the right of way to be able to install internet in the whole of Yaba. So we put fiber optic cable in that area. And the reason I'm saying this is that our world is changing significantly. And as leaders and elites, sometimes it's difficult for us to recognize because the things around us and what our people are saying that they need are the same. You know, they're the same as it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. People want jobs. We want to help eradicate poverty, right? We want to provide public health in a way that people actually appreciate. But the reality is that the world we live in today is not the same as it was 5 years ago. It's not the same as it was 10 years ago. For us to be able to provide those services, we have to recognize the changes in our world and be able to put in the enabling environment to allow people to thrive. And that enabling environment is one that recognizes the fact that young people today are the engine that drives prosperity. Young people today are the engines that help to leverage technology for society. And without proper leverage of technology for society, there's no society that can be prosperous. We can continue to do things the old way, but for any society to be prosperous, we have to empower and give opportunities to our young people. So what we're witnessing here today for us at CCL is special because for 14 years we've worked in Yaba. We've tried so many means to support people. For 14 years, about 8 years ago, there was a young man who came into CCL. He was wearing slippers. And he came to me, he said he had ideas. He wanted to build technology solutions that can solve problems in society. But I didn't have money to support him. So I gave him free membership to the space. And he started building. He built his first business. That business failed. But 2 years later, he pivoted into a business that is called today Andela. Most people know about Andela. Yeah? It started out of CCO about 8-9 years ago in Yaba. Not only has this guy built Andela, he's gone ahead to now build another company that is also worth over $3 billion US. He is one of the about 8 or 10 people in the world that has been part of a company that is worth over $2 billion twice. The only person in the world that has done. In the same Yaba, about 3 years ago, a young lady from Unilag walked in, she was manufacturing furniture, right? And we saw the furniture she was manufacturing. At the time, for us to buy furniture for our spaces, we had to import them. But I was so interested in what she was doing, we decided to invest $50,000 into that business. Fast forward 3 years, that business today is worth $30 million US. And she's only just 26. She's only just 26. There's numerous stories of people who are doing amazing things. And I talk about these people and the money that their businesses are worth, not because it's all about money, but for any society to be prosperous, the wealth that they build and the solution that they build is what will solve our problems in the society that we have. And this society has to be built in an inclusive manner. It has to be done in such a way that kids that are raised in VR, in Ikoyi, in Agege, and those in Ikorodu have the same opportunity to be part of what the world has to offer today. And that is why this is special. It's not special because it's just a building. It's special because from now on, young people in Ikorodu will have role models to look up to that are building solutions that can solve problems in society. It's now important as well because young people in Ikorodu will start to build solutions to problems in Ikorodu, but also problems that we can take from Ikorodu to the rest of the world as well. Right? It's important because these young people will contribute to economic development. And I can tell you categorically clear, we don't only manage Innovation Hub in Nigeria. We're the largest in Africa today. We manage in Rwanda, we manage in Kenya, in Nairobi. We're just opening in 2 weeks another one in Namibia. And what we've seen is that the only way for society to stay competitive, is by connecting ourselves to the levers of productivity. A lot of African countries missed out on first, second, third industrial revolution. The fourth industrial revolution is so special. It's special in the sense that we don't need to have an MIT in Nigeria to be able to participate. It's special because the bulk of it is digital, right? We don't necessarily need to have heavy infrastructure to participate. It's special because the barrier to entry is also limited. And as we participate in the fourth industrial revolution, as we build value, not only are we building value, we're also building resources and know-how that can help us deepen our economy. And I think what's also more important about what's happening here today is that the future that we're all going into is now being controlled by how Madam said, technologies that is in our pocket. But the question is, who owns these solutions and the technologies that we all consume? How well are we participating in the development of these solutions? If we don't participate well enough, it's going to be second level colonization, because our economy will be totally dependent on foreign economy. And the future, we all know, is already digital. Right? The future is already digital. Today is the future. Tomorrow is a different kind of future that we're looking into. And that tomorrow, the people who can help us shape and understand it are the young people that will create in this space. So I'm saying today, what the senator has done, the investment is done here. We used to, there's this adage that says, when you plant a tree, when an elder plants a tree, you will not be the one to enjoy it. This is not the case later. Because the time that it takes for investment like this to be able to gestate and produce results, I can tell you factually, is anywhere from 2 to 4 years. In the next 2, 3, 4 years time, you will start to see innovators coming out of Ikorodu that are part of the global economy. You will start to see innovators coming out of Ikorodu that will solve significant problems. And I have to say, it's been a joy to work with you. You know, we've worked with a lot of people across the continent. But your deep passion and interest in social good, your deep passion and interest in quality. You know, I used to think I'm the one that cares about quality, but you're on another level. You know, you're on another level. When we do things, you come and say, this is not good enough. I want this to be world class. And you take things apart and start all over again. I don't know if there's any investment that you've done, and I can show you, Senator, that would compare to this. And the reason for that is not just the size. It's the fact that you're not going to be able to record the outcomes of this investment. We can keep track of some of it, but more than 60% of the things that will happen from this place, you will not know. But you wake up in 10 years' time, your kids will wake up in 20 years' time, and someone will say, my story started from zero. And that story will not just be for you and your family, it's not going to be for your partner, CCL. That story is going to be Nigeria's story. Because these are the people that will change this society for good. Everywhere I go in the world, in my little capacity, I meet people who tap me on the shoulder and say, do you know I started from CCL? But I'm not sure. Right? Our center in Nairobi, the current governor of the center, the current governor of Nairobi started from our center in Nairobi. He's a young governor, I'm sure you know it. Right. So this is what we're planting here today. And you know, I can't say much more. You know, I used to think I'm part of the young people, but I think I'm too old for that now. But I can't say much more on behalf of those that will benefit from this investment. That we do appreciate you. I appreciate the opportunity to work with you, and I implore that.